Guys, I'm getting really freaking upset. Did you see that? There is a giant fly in here the size of a pit bull. And I can't kill him. I can't get him out. He's so annoying. He's like... So we can get him. No, I said get him. I said get that thing. So honestly, we have no other choice but to deal with the fly in this room. He's one of us now. But anyway, enough about that. Today's video is super duper freaking exciting. Because I'm gonna review Morphe 2 for you. So Morphe 2 just came out. Actually, I'm not sure if when you're watching this video, it has officially launched yet, but if you go on Morphe's Instagram, they have all the information. Also, by the way, ignore my nails. They look a hot mess. I was wearing Now and Later on this hand. I have Berry on this hand, Now and Later on this hand, but I was testing out some chrome powders I'm working on. And I got some new samples in the mail and I was testing them on top of Now and Later, so my nails look really crusty. But basically, Morphe has collabed with the D'Amelio sisters. And if you are not a TikTok watcher, you probably have no idea who that is. Actually, who am I kidding? They're like freaking huge. You probably know exactly who Charli D'Amelio is, but you know, just in case you don't, they're famous TikTokers and they're sisters and they're like the cutest little things I've ever seen. Honestly, they're so adorable. Charli D'Amelio has the most followers on TikTok, like, ever. Like, she has the most followers out of everyone on TikTok. She has like 75 million followers. That's right, over 70 million followers on TikTok. Let that sink in for a second. That is wild. Can you imagine being 16 years old and having 70 million followers on TikTok? I'd die. But this is really, really exciting because I really love both of them, and I think it's so cool from Morphe to branch out and try something new. And I like that this whole Morphe 2 vibe is very Gen Z. We spoke about this in my Becca video. I feel like this type of makeup is very popular with the youth. It's all about this fresh face, sheer, transparent, shimmery type of vibes. And Morphe 2 is like an extension to their brand. It's like the Glossier version of Morphe. That's the way that I see it. That's kind of like the vibe they're giving off on social media. So we have a few things we're gonna test out today. We're gonna try the COLOURPOP face and eye gloss. Very excited about that. They have the Glassified Lip Oils, which I'm very excited to see how they smell. This is such old school 90s packaging. When I saw this, the 2 in Morphe 2, this is so 90s. Doesn't that remind you of like those old school like jelly pouches? I don't know what I'm thinking about. You know what I'm talking about? Those like little jelly pouches of nothing. Was it soap? Actually, I don't know what I'm thinking about. You know what I'm thinking about. You guys always know what I'm thinking about. Which, by the way, thank you so much for everyone who told me it was the Downy ball I was talking about in my Becca video. Of course, the Downy ball. But anyway, oh wait, I didn't finish showing you. We're also gonna be testing out the Jelly Eye Shimmers. Very excited about that. And the Wondertint Cheek and Lip Mousse. The only thing that didn't come in this collection are the brushes, but I have all the makeup to try out. They also have this Hint Hint Skin Tint. I like that name. Try to say that 5 times fast. Hint Hint Skin Tint. Hint Hint Skin Tint. Hint Hint Skin Tint. Hint Hint. It's actually not that hard. But I'm gonna test this out. This packaging reminds me of the Catrice. Is it Catrice? The Catrice foundation, but that one's like full coverage and very matte. I'm very curious to see how this looks on the skin. So yeah, let's begin. Okay, so I already primed my face with my Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer. This is my favorite primer. Love using it whenever I'm testing out a new foundation. And I'm gonna be using the Hint Hint Skin Tint with a brush and a beauty blender just to see how they apply. This is a water-based formula, so they say to shake it up really good before you put it on. And this is available in 20 different shades and it is $17. I swatched a few out and I think I am the shade Hint of Pecan or Pecan, however you want to say it. I say pecan. I love how all the names are like hint of this, hint of that. So I'm gonna take some of that on the back of my hand and go in. This is very, very liquidy. Like I can tell right away this is very, very watery. Kind of reminds me of the consistency of the Smashbox Photo Finish Tinted Moisturizer. Do you remember that? Kind of reminds me of that. The Catrice foundation is a little bit thicker. Like it's not as liquidy and watery as this. And it says, keep it light and easy with this fluid tint that melts into the skin while providing a naturally radiant finish. Okay, so this is the skin tint on one side of my face. I don't want to call it a foundation because I don't think that's what they're calling it. I think this is definitely like just like a skin tint, kind of like the Glossier skin tint, only this one has definitely more coverage. It's not as watery, it's not as fluid. The Glossier one is very dewy. This one has more of a natural finish. I mean, it's still very dewy, but not like the Glossier one. Let me zoom you in a bit. You can see that there's not like a huge difference, but it did even out my skin tone really well. Like I have some redness right here and I feel like it completely covered it up and it just made my skin look nice and even, a little bit more put together. I feel like this is really nice. It feels a little tacky on the skin. I'm sure if you have oily skin, all you have to do is set that and you're good. But I feel like I don't need to set it. It's not like too tacky to where I'm like, ugh, this is gonna get everywhere. But yeah, I'm gonna start going in with my beauty blender. Honestly, I think that the brush is the way to go though. And mainly because this is a water-based formula and this is a sponge, so it's really gonna drink up that foundation. But you know, just so we say we tried it with a sponge. But I already know, a brush is the way to go. You definitely have to use more because I'm already going in with more. Oh, I feel like that looks really good too. It looks a little dewier, of course, because it's a sponge, but I feel like the coverage is pretty much the same. Just gonna go over it with my brush. Okay, so this is what the skin tint looks like on my face. I really like it. My skin looks very fresh, hydrated. The coverage is really, really nice. It has a little bit more coverage than I thought it was gonna have, which I was pleasantly surprised by. I'm gonna quickly throw on some concealer and bronzer and I'll be right back. Okay. So I didn't realize how dewy this skin tint was until I started blending out my bronzer. I'm very dewy at the moment, which I'm fine with. I love that. I love a dewy look, you know. But I will say if you're gonna apply bronzer directly on top of this, you're gonna have to take your time and you're gonna have to be very careful because since the skin tint is so moist, the bronzer tends to stick to that spot when you put your brush down. So you have to take your time really buffing it and really blending it out. So just so you're aware, I probably next time will set this foundation a little bit, just like a light powder, especially here in this area where I don't want to be too dewy. I still really like it though. I'm gonna go into one of these jelly eye shimmers. They kind of remind me of the, actually I haven't swatched any of them, but just by looking at them and the name and the packaging and all that, kind of reminds me of the Jelly Much shadows from ColourPop. So let's, oh, they feel very cold. Okay, they definitely don't feel like the Jelly Much shadows. They just feel like, well, kinda. No, what? They're like moussey. They feel like moussey versions of the Jelly Much shadow. There's something that has this formula and I can't remember at the moment, but I love how in the campaign, I don't know if it's Charlie or Dixie, but one of them has the shade Starry Sky just like all over her lid. Oh my God, that color is so freaking pretty. It's like purple and blue. Blurple, like our Bob Ross painting. What should I do? What should I, ooh, what's this? Confetti? This shade looks incredible in the pan. What? Hold on. Am I supposed to scoop this out? Oh no. This one is terrible. I'm sorry, Morphe, but what is this? I'm gonna show you a close-up. I'm trying to blend this out and I'm not getting any color payoff. I have to like scoop it out of the jar. And even then, it's just like chunky and glittery and it's like nothing. Look how beautiful it looks in the freaking pot and then nothing comes out. Wow, way to tease me, Morphe. What is this? I don't like that one. Oh, okay, look, this one's giving me something. But even then, not my favorite formula. They're just like very, very sheer and kind of chunky. When you try to get more payout, you just end up getting like shonkiness. This bronze one is pretty because it's like very natural. That one's not bad. This Starry Sky one is really pretty. The blue one. So basically the only one that's like god awful is Confetti. This shade right here. And it's crazy because it's literally the most beautiful one. It looks so stunning on the bottom, but it's chunky and I don't like it at all. I don't think you should buy it at all. But the rest, again, they're not my favorite, but like I get it. They're pretty, they're very sheer, a nice like wash of something. If you like this type of sheer formula, then these are really pretty shades. I'm gonna go in with the shade Sunshine. Oh boy. Okay, I know the whole point of this is like sheer jelly, like barely there, just a minimal sparkle. But guys, this formula is a little chunky. It's like the payoff isn't great, and where you do get pretty intense payoff, it's chunky. Oh man, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Okay, let me zoom you in so I can show you what I'm talking about. Do you see that chunkiness on my lid? I don't like that. Okay, I just quickly threw on my Hourglass Mascara. I hate to be this harsh because I really love the brand and I love the D'Amelio's, but I do not like this formula at all. Like at all. I'm sure the blue one is really nice and I hate to sit here and say that I don't like the formula when I haven't even tested all of the shades, but it's just a little bit too chunky for me. Maybe if you're like younger or going for like that minimal, messy, like, you know, vibe? I don't know, but it's just personally not for me. I want something with a little bit more payoff that's a little bit thinner and not as thick. So unfortunately, especially the shade Confetti, these get half of a lightning bolt. Okay, so now we're gonna test out, oh my gosh, this fly! Oh, I just got foundation on this box. So, you know, it is a little transfery. I'm gonna go in with the Wondertint Cheek and Lip Mousse. And I think I'm gonna try out the shade Dream because you know me, I like a basic color. This is a very, very moussey formula. It's definitely not dewy at all. There's another cream blush that reminds me of this and I can't put my finger on it, but it's very, very moussey. That'll probably help mattify the situation here a little bit. Okay, so I like this formula. It's very natural and I kind of like that it offers you a cream product for cheeks that isn't super dewy and shiny. Usually cream blushes have a little bit more slick to them. This one is definitely on the matte side, but still isn't like flat or chalky. So I feel like it would be perfect for everyone, like oily skin, dry skin. It does take some time to build it up because it is a bit sheer, like it's a color you have to build. But I kind of like that, especially if you're just starting out with makeup, if you're a little bit younger, which I think this collection or this makeup line is geared for a younger audience. So I feel like something like this is actually perfect. I kind of like this. I'm gonna test it out a little bit more, mess around with the other shades, but so far, so good. Oh my gosh, I forgot to tell you the prices of things. Those jelly eye shimmer things are $10 and these blushes are 12 bucks. I am now gonna test out the Glossified for face and eyes, and this is $12. And by the way, it says it's a clear, never sticky gloss. I'm actually gonna put this on my face and my eyes. Why not? Let's just see how it is. This is really nice. It's kind of similar to the Becca one. It actually feels very, very similar to the Becca one, and this one's way more affordable. I just don't know how often I'm applying this kind of shit to my face, you know what I mean? Like, do you guys, like, honestly, I mean, maybe the youths like this type of stuff. I just don't typically put glossy stuff on my face. I know it's beautiful for like photography and campaigns, social media, but like how often are we like throwing gloss on our cheekbones and going to Publix, you know? This is nice though. I kind of like it a little bit more than my Becca one. I kind of feel like it's even more shiny than the Becca one. You get like a more jutesy finish. I like that, not bad. Oh wait, let's try it on the eyes. This might look really weird on top of that, but just kidding. This looks super weird on top of that. You know what? I'm just gonna leave it like that. I added a barely there gloss, but you see it, it's there. Okay, so we are almost done with this video. All we have left to test out are the new Glassified Lip Oils. Very, very excited about this. I love this shade right here. It's like a nice milky pink, which is probably see-through, but it's so freaking pretty. I'm gonna go in with the shade, I wanna do something a little bit deeper. So I'm gonna go in with Be Kind. And I just quickly popped on my Alamar Cosmetics Birthday Suit Lip Liner. Now I'm gonna go in with this, but I wanna smell it. Wait. Does that not have a scent? Because I'm gonna be very bummed. I guess no scent is better than a bad scent. But why did I think this was gonna be like a 90s scent moment? Guess not. That's okay. Ooh, urgently. This formula is very, very thin, but very, very shiny. So if you don't like something that's sticky, but you still want like an intense shine, this is really nice. It probably won't last as long though. It's probably gonna slide a little bit. I do wish this was a little bit deeper, like the pigment came through a little bit more. Let me try out the darkest shade. Well, the darkest shade is this purple one. Let me test out the red. It's called Flutter. Okay, they're all very, very sheer. I would say that it doesn't really matter what shade you get. They're all gonna give you like the same effect on the lips pretty much, but I do really like the shine on them. I'm just gonna throw on the dark one. Okay, so the darkest one has like a little bit of a tint, but I don't think it's too noticeable. I would say if you want a little bit of a tint, I would go with one of the two darkest shades. If you want just a clear gloss, I would do one of these. I do like how shiny it is though. Those are $9 each, so very affordable. But okay guys, that's it. That completes this first impressions. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't totally crazy about this collection, and it's kind of making me nervous, honestly, to even post this video because there is nothing scarier than a teenager. I swear, I'm not scared of anything the way I'm scared of like a 15-year-old stan. Have you seen the TikTok comments? Like on the D'Amelio sisters? Like I'm scared this video is gonna get hate. But I feel like I was definitely 50-50 on the collection. I would say my two favorite things are the foundation and the mousse. These are the products that I would recommend personally. I actually really liked how dewy and beautiful this made my skin look. I can't wait to see how it wears, but this is definitely my favorite thing in the collection. My least favorite thing, hands down, are these. And I actually didn't mind these products. I have to test them out a little bit more, but they weren't bad. I like this more than this. I can totally see myself using this like every day, throw it in my purse. This, I don't know if I would get any use out of it. So I kind of feel like I was a little bit like in the middle when it comes to this collection. I don't know if I'm like too old. Maybe I'm too old for this collection. It's like tricks, you know? Like the cereal. I'm like on rabbit status right now, you know? It's like I've missed the mark. Silly rabbit. Morphe 2 is for teenagers. But anyway, I like how shiny my lips are and I like how shiny my skin is. So we got a winner here. Some stuff. But anyway guys, I enjoyed hanging out with you today. It was fun testing out some new products. Don't forget to leave me a comment below letting me know if you plan on picking up some Morphe 2. What are your thoughts on this collection? But yeah, that completes this video guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Oh. Okay, it's very heavy. Youths. Schmidt. Youths. No, how does he say it? Youths! I'm just kidding, I have no idea. Youths! It's been a hot minute since I've seen that episode. I am very dewy at the moment.